Have you ever wondered if you're truly aging well? Today, I want to invite you to take a different kind of test. Every time you recognize a positive sign in yourself, mentally give yourself a point. So, follow along until the end and take your own personal inventory. You might be surprised by the final result. So, are you ready to find out how many points you've already collected on this beautiful path? Let's start with one of the most important signs. 5. Do you still have the energy to enjoy what you love? When I talk about energy, I don't mean running a marathon or climbing 3 flights of stairs without stopping. I'm talking about that joyful willingness to do the things you love, like trying out a new recipe, tending to your garden, taking a leisurely walk around your neighborhood, or simply going out for a coffee with a friend. I noticed this myself the other day. I woke up early, brewed a fresh cup of coffee, put on my hat, and headed to the park. No rush, no obligations, just the simple pleasure of being there, breathing in the scent of the trees and listening to the birds singing. And it was in that moment that I realized, I still have the energy to live the things that bring me joy. If you feel that, despite the natural limitations that come with age, you're still able to do your favorite activities, at your own pace, in your own way, go ahead and give yourself a point. Because real energy isn't about running faster or checking off more tasks. It's about quality, being present, getting involved, and savoring every moment. And if you've already recognized yourself in this first sign, congratulations. But don't stop here. Next, we're moving on to something even more special. 4. Is your mind still active and curious? Let's find out. When we talk about healthy aging, many people immediately think about the body. But the truth is, keeping the mind alive and curious is just as important as physical vitality. And the beautiful part? It has nothing to do with age. It's all about maintaining your interest in the small and grand discoveries that life offers. I experienced this myself not long ago. When I was a child, I loved playing the piano. I would spend hours practicing simple songs, dreaming of one day performing the beautiful pieces I heard at local concerts. But life happened. Marriage, children, work. Little by little, my piano gathered dust. For many years, I lived fully for my family, with love, but with little room left for my old dreams. It wasn't until my children grew up and built their own lives that I decided to give myself a gift. I went back to piano lessons, learning again, challenging my now less nimble fingers, rediscovering music. It felt like reconnecting with a part of myself that had been asleep, but never truly gone. And today, every small song I manage to play again fills me with immense joy, a reminder that curiosity and the love of learning are still alive inside me. If you feel a spark to discover new things or revive old passions, mark another point for yourself. An active and curious mind is one of the greatest signs that aging doesn't close doors. It opens new ones. And if you've already seen this happening in your life, just wait for the next sign. We're about to talk about something that warms the heart even more. 3. Are your social connections still strong and meaningful? As the years go by, we learn that relationships change. We don't always have the same people around us, and sometimes paths naturally drift apart. But aging well isn't about having a long list of friends. It's about keeping connections that truly warm your heart, the ones that bring easy laughter, honest conversations, and the comforting feeling of being remembered and loved. In many cities, it's common to see book clubs, dance classes, walking groups, and craft workshops, spaces where mature adults gather to share experiences, build new friendships, and dream together. At first, it's normal to feel a little shy or uncertain. After all, making new connections later in life can seem daunting. But those who take that first step quickly realize it's never too late to connect. Between shared conversations and exchanged smiles, deep friendships can blossom, built on respect, diverse life experiences, and a special kind of sparkle that only open-hearted living can create. These relationships often outgrow the original reason for meeting and become bonds that nourish the soul and renew the joy of living. If you have relationships that make your heart smile, that inspire and support you, go ahead and mark another point for yourself. It doesn't matter whether it's old friends, new acquaintances, or even neighbors you greet with a longer good morning. What matters is the quality of those connections. They are what make our days lighter and our journey happier. And if you've already felt the joy of strong connections in your life, get ready for the next sign. Because now we're going to talk about something even more challenging. and transformative. 2. Your ability to embrace change without feeling defeated. If there's one certainty life gives us, it's that everything changes. Routines change, relationships change, our bodies change, and the world around us changes. And embracing these changes without feeling defeated is one of the greatest signs that you're aging well. Often, changes arrive uninvited. A move to a new home, the end of a career chapter, children moving on to their own lives, friends who part ways. Each unexpected turn offers two choices: cling to what once was, or make room for what's coming. Those who age with wisdom know that change doesn't erase the story they've built. It simply adds new colors to it. Over time, we learn that true peace comes from knowing the difference between what we can change and what we must accept. Some things are within our hands and deserve our effort. Others are beyond our control, and clinging to them only brings sadness and frustration. When we recognize this, we find a lightness that completely transforms how we walk through life. Accepting the new doesn't mean forgetting the past. It means having the courage to honor everything you've lived, and still allowing yourself to build new memories, make new plans, and discover new paths to happiness. If today you can adapt to changes without losing hope, without letting fear paralyze you, go ahead and mark another point for yourself. Because true strength isn't about stopping life from changing. It's about changing with it, with your head held high and your heart wide open. And if you've already learned to embrace the new with courage, get ready. Because now we're reaching the deepest sign of all. 1. Do you feel more inner peace than regrets? Let's find out together. Perhaps the truest sign that we're aging well is the peace we carry within us. Not a perfect, flawless peace, because all of us at some point have stumbled, made mistakes, or taken paths we might choose differently today, but rather the kind of peace that allows us to look at our life story and see more pride than regret, more gratitude than guilt. As time passes, we learn that blaming ourselves for everything that could have been different only steals the joy from what we still have to live. The choices we made, right or wrong, were made with the knowledge and resources we had at the time. And understanding this allows us to smile at the past and live the present with a lighter heart. If today you can look back at your journey with affection, even while recognizing the twists and stumbles, you can give yourself another point. Inner peace means knowing that despite the challenges, you did the best you could with what you knew at the time. And that is more than enough. The real achievement isn't in never making mistakes, it's in making peace with your story. It's realizing that every chapter, even the hardest ones, helped shape you into the strong, wise, and resilient person you are today. And now that we've reached the end of this little test, why not count how many points you've scored? No matter the number, what truly matters is that you're here, seeking to know yourself better and honoring every step of your journey. Aging well isn't about doing everything perfectly or living without challenges. It's about continuing to learn, adapt, and find joy in the small and big victories of everyday life. If you feel that many of these signs are already part of your life, celebrate it. And if you spotted a few areas where there's room to grow, celebrate that too, because recognizing it is already a huge sign of wisdom. Share with us in the comments. Which of these signs best describes where you are right now? I'd love to hear your story. And if this video resonated with you, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. Here we celebrate every stage of life with pride, warmth, and the certainty that the best is yet to come. See you in the next video.